Hello, everyone. I'm David, and I'm from Rebel Club, and I'm in conversation with a good friend, Mr. Prashanth. He participated recently with us in Diwali collab, and what you see on the screen is amazing Lakshmi artwork, which he did. And let's hear from him. Hi, Prashant. How are you? Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, Divit. I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Prashanth. I'm from Mysore, Karnataka. So I'm basically an automotive engineer, and my passion is art. So I'm in art domain from like 2019. So I started with black and white art with Sakura microns, and how it started was like from childhood. I was very interested in cartoon, anime, and stuff like that. So I used to draw a lot of cartoon characters in my childhood. But after some years, I had lost the touch. There was a huge gap. But in 2019, I again got inspired to start artwork. So I started my page called Line Overflow on Instagram, and I started posting my artworks. And I got very good response from friends, families, and other followers. So gradually, yeah, like I experimented a lot. And in 2021, I decided to get into digital art. So I bought an iPad, and the very next month I got introduced to NFTs as well. So I started my NFT journey with WazirX in 2021 July, and ever since I've been doing digital art. Uh, so coming to my digital art journey, initially I was very new to digital art. I was not new to art, but specific I was new to digital art. So I did experiment a lot. Like I used various color palettes, various style, and at some point of time I thought like I should have my own style. So I took a break, and I started working in background. I did not post anything for like 2 or 3 months, and after that I came up with this style what you can currently see on the screen. So after various experimentation, I came up with this style. So what's special about my art style is I use very limited color palette. So as you can see, it just has like 5 or 6 colors in different shades. So the same color palette I'm using since January this year, and I've done almost like 40 to 50 artworks with using the same color palette. So my idea was, although I'm interested to work on various genres of work, by using the same color palette to express it in different genres. Like I do science fiction, I do mythology, I do anime art, I do illustrations, I do portraits, I do all kinds of art. But what challenge I had given myself was for 1 year, let me just use this single color palette and do the artwork. And turns out it got amazing response. Like everyone started recognizing my work. In fact, people even they don't know me, they know my color palette, and that's how I got recognition. And I was very happy with it. So yeah, this is about my color palette and my style. And talking more about my style, apart from color palette, there is also other elements which can be seen in my artwork. Like I use intricate patterns in all my artwork, so that's another my style. And there are these cute little creatures called nombas, which you can see of blue color with reddish pink eyes. So those can be seen in all my artworks. And
What's the background about these things?
yeah, actually, I wanted something like it's a journey. So basically, since art is a journey of an artist, so I want these creatures to be part of all my art journey. Like I do art on different universe, right? Like anything. So these guys has to be there everywhere. So I mean the storytelling through these small creatures. So that's what my intention was. It was like. Both fun and yeah, maybe I don't know that might become brand someday. So it was kind of my mascot, I can say. So that was the idea behind it. And yeah, those can be seen in every of my artwork. And the specialty is if you can look into the eyes, so there will be some message which will be related to artwork written in numbers. So in this case, I've written Om, since it is spiritual and related to God. So that is in Kannada and that is in Sanskrit. So two Oms I've written. So in
nice.
different in different artworks, so the numbers carries different messages. So that's how I've created them to travel through different worlds and to be a part of that world. So that was the idea behind it. And since I'm hugely inspired by anime, you can see a touch of anime also. In this case, the cloud is in anime style. So I fuse different styles in my artwork. So that's the reason I'm not restricted myself to one style. So my idea is to create a fusion of different styles and come up with a new style of my own. So that was my intention, and it's really fun working like this, like
Oh,
to
it's
create.
Om here, and you use both languages. So it's Om
Yeah, correct.
clearly here,
So this is Sanskrit
and
and that is Kannada. Yeah. So two
very nice.
ohms.
You know, I thought this is
Everything.
Laxmi Ji's feats because people typically place
Uh-huh.
those feats outside their homes as a gesture,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. Correct.
very, very interesting. So never thought it that
Thank
way.
you, David.
So I was
Yeah.
thinking it's something else. But yeah, on the color palette thing, you were very right because whenever I see these kind of orange and these signature colors you use, it's very easy to connect. And yeah, these waves, like these are anime style.
Yeah.
All right, very interesting. Yeah, tell me more, please.
That's about my art style, and so my inspiration for doing art is Kirby Rosens. Uh, I mean, I am a huge fan of him. Like he's like god of illustration. Luckily, I was able to meet him. I think 2 months back. I had gone for a vacation, and yeah, I was really like surprised meeting a legend. So he was my inspiration to start artwork altogether. And talking about this particular artwork, Ravi Verma is like a legend, so everybody knows him. So
Yeah,
I'm from Mysore, and if you have been to Mysore Palace or Jagannath Palace, you can see a lot of Ravi Verma's paintings. So it was my dream to draw something Ravi Verma's painting in my style. It was a long dream, and this dream came true with Rebels Club collaboration, and I thank you for that. And when that came into mind, there was because it's really challenging because you see Ravima's work, right? So it will be very what's that word I'm not getting, like very simple looking. At the same time, it also looks like very grand. So like he draws gods like everyday people, and but at the same time they look very divine, and it will have the divine touch to it. So that's the reason, if you can see the sari and everything. So just in the borders have given the designs. So the sari as a whole, like it is very plain. So
yeah,
this is one of the elements which you can see in Ravi Verma's work. Like it also can relate to the dress the women wore during his period when he was doing art. And that was one of the challenge, because this obviously Lakshmi work, it has to look grand because she's the goddess of wealth and prosperity. At the same time, it also has to uh, carry that essence of Ravi Verma's work. So this was challenging, and I think I could do it. And coming to the Kirita, that's the crown. That also I designed it. So
hmm,
since my color palette has very limited colors, fortunately I have yellow and orange in my color palette, so I can use that for ornaments and everything. But I've used pearls the most because I also, like I said, wanted to look in a simplistic way, like Ravi Verma's. This is about Lakshmi's work, and yeah,
you know,
she's holding.
eyes are very like catchy here. At times, it may be considered scary, but it looks meditating as well at the same time. So, what were your thought process? What was your thought process here?
Yeah, like I get this a lot. Like, why don't I draw eyeballs in my art? So that is something I don't know. Like maybe that's also an influence from a lot of movies which I see and a lot of anime. Because sometimes when they show the divine, powerful entities, right? So you can see, example, Dragon Ball Z or something. So when Goku goes all power, like his eyes will glow. Like so that's one inspiration I think for to draw these kind of eyes. And also, yeah, it looks simple, and at the same time it looks captivating as well, not to draw the eyeballs. So I just went with it, and I experimented this with different styles, and in most of my artworks, you can see these kind of eyes.
Yeah. And the interesting thing apart from eyes is which grabbed my attention is hairs. So is it like
Yeah.
showing a modern woman which is not just worried about black hair or brown hair?
No, these hairs are also like part of my color palette. I never draw black hairs. So if you can see all my artworks, so it
Mm-hmm.
is like reddish pink hairs. So I thought I'll
Okay.
carry the same. This is, and in Ravi Verma's painting also, the goddess is having wavy hairs. Usually, like other paintings I've seen, they'll have straight hairs, long hairs. But in
Mm-hmm.
Ravi Verma's painting, especially, you see like hairs will be like natural, not curly, but wavy hairs will be there. So I carried the same in this painting as well.
Got it. Got it. Very good to know. And going forward, I see these shiny owls. So I think this is well done because owl is a strong character. If you put
Correct.
him in a prominent thing, then it will take over the whole art. But yeah, owl is essence of Laxmi Ji, part of Laxmi Ji's whole ecosystem. But I think it's nicely touching up here.
Thank you, David.
Tell me about these coins. Like you imagine she's doing some she's circulating currency or what's your thought process with the coins here?
So I wanted to show a little action also, since this is a static image and it's not animated. I wanted to show, yeah, she indeed controls the wealth and prosperity. So that's the way I have given a motion blur to the coins and made it as if she's the source of all the gold, and also you can see the coins filling the I don't know what we call it, koda in Kannada. Coins have
Pot.
like
Yeah.
it's pot, exactly. So the golden pot, it's filled with coins, and at the same time you can see the direction also. If you can see the coins coming into the pot,
Yeah.
so that also I captured. So I just wanted to capture that she is like how to say, like never ending source of wealth. So it's rotating at the same time, it's also filling the golden pot. So that was the thought process behind this.
All right. Very interesting. So any other part which I missed you want to cover about the artwork?
Yeah, the waves also, you can see the waves and clouds, you can see they are in a different style altogether compared to the Lakshmi. So the Lakshmi is completely in traditional style of Ravi Verma's, but the waves and clouds are in modern style. So this is what I was talking about. I love to
And
do a fusion between different styles. So
yeah,
I experimented a bit with waves because I wanted to keep the Lakshmi's portrait or the image as pure as possible, as near to what Ravi Verma is. So that part I did not I did not alter it much, but yeah, I had this creative freedom of working with waves and clouds and other elements. So those things, yeah, I used that creative freedom and I done that.
yeah, it's merging nicely. It doesn't looks like it's two different things altogether, the colors and things. So real nicely done. And
Thank you.
let's see the foundation page as well. So guys, there is an interesting detail. So we talked about the 2D art, which is here, but this art is also power packed with an amazing music. And if you go to the foundation listing, you will have to click the speaker icon to listen to the music. I can't play it as part of this video, but enjoy that. And there is a amazing animation here as well, done on the top of 2D art. And with this artwork, you not just get the animation, you can also contact Prashanth to get a 2D high resolution wallpaper for your mobile. It's a portrait, right? The resolution is portrait.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. It's a square canvas actually, 4,500 pixel, very high definition square canvas.
Square canvas. All right. So if you want to use this one on your mobile as a wallpaper or maybe your laptop, so you can contact Prashanth. And I think that's all we have. Thanks a lot.